Hello, this is Desirect. This is my 100% Super Metroid walkthrough aimed for beginners. If you've never played this game before, or if you've played a little bit of it and are stuck, hopefully this walkthrough will be able to help you. Now before we start, I'd like to go over controls a little bit, as controls are one of the most controversial parts of the game. The default controls are very different from your standard 2D scroller, shooter, platformer controls. Now, the default controls, I feel, are very appropriate for the game. In a game like Mega Man X, you'd normally find a control scheme somewhat like this, where your shot's on Y, and your jump is on B, and then your dash is on A. But the difference between a game like Mega Man X and this game is primarily in the way the dash works. In Mega Man X, the dash is something you must actively do, whereas in Metroid, dash is a button that you hold down, so you want to put it in a place where it's easy for you to hold it down a lot. Now, some people will put it on Y and jump on B and shot on A, or R or whatever. Some people will put it on R or L and leave shot and jump like a traditional Mega Man type game. If you put dash on B, you can hold it down with the knuckle of your thumb, basically the bottom part, the pad, if you will, and use the tip of your thumb for the shot and jump buttons and the item cancel button. Or some people may set item select to Y instead of select. Personally, I prefer item select on select. I prefer all the default controls. But I encourage you to experiment with your own control scheme and figure out what works best for you. To that end, we can look at these special settings real quick. Icon cancel. If you set it to automatic, then the game will automatically cancel your icons for you. I don't prefer this setting. Leave it on manual. And for moonwalk, if you turn moonwalk on, then your shot behaves a little like Link to the Past, where you hold a charge and you can walk backwards. This is another option I don't like, so I leave it off as the defaults. All my options are the defaults. So let's go ahead and start the game. Now, normally, if you've never played before, there's an intro here, but since the game autosaves at the beginning of series, I just opt to use that instead. Now, let me show you the difference here between dashing and regular walking. Right now, I'm just doing regular walking. And we'll go through this room. But when I hit dash, I go from walking to running. And that's quite a difference. So here's the first fight of the game, but it's a rigged fight. So the fight will end when either you shoot him 100 times, or if you get below 30 health. So, easiest thing to do is just stand, take damage. His tail does the most damage. And then when you get below 30, he flies away. And now you have to escape from the station, which they give you a minute. It's not too hard. You can make plenty of mistakes, and it's not a problem at all. So we just keep running back the way we came. It's a fairly linear corridor, so you don't have to worry about it. And in this room, we've got ceiling tiles. We'll just keep going. And then we just want to keep jumping. Now, if you get hit by steam, you just keep jumping some more. If you fall down, you just get back up. It's like walking. Ceres blows up, and we fly to the planet Zebes, or Zebes, or Zebes, or Zebes. I don't think there's actually a correct way to say it. I think Nintendo is trolling us. But Planet Zebes, as I call it. I know what they say in other M, but I choose to ignore it. Anyway, choose to ignore it because I've been saying it as Zebes for 10 to 15 years. So starting out, we just go straight left, because if we go right, we'll hit a dead end. And we're just gonna fall, because there's nothing interesting to us right now. And we're just gonna keep falling till we get to the bottom. And now we're just going to keep going right. I mean, the game pretty much pigeonholes you in this direction. For the sake of time, I'm not going to be showing you all the alternate routes you could be going, you know, all the places you could go that lead to dead ends. I will show you maps and some useful save stations. So, we go ahead and hop over that obstruction, grab the Morph Ball, and now we want to shoot the block and roll our way up. And we want to keep going, because if we go back up the elevator, we will still find that nothing is going on. Now you can use your angle button to shoot here and fall down. And we grab our first missile. I'm sure you noticed the eye when I got the Morph Ball. There is another eye in here. Open the pink door. It takes 5 missiles, and we'll find another eye. But we'll just continue past it and grab our second pack of missiles. And then we'll just head back out. And back up the elevator. Now, those lights, the eyes and the lights, basically, they're sort of a sensor system, I guess. But the real trigger is if you get the Morph Ball and the missiles, then the Space Pirates will be here. And you can kill them. And they only take 1 shot, so just shoot them and they die. And if you get hit by them, don't worry about it. But just continue up the shaft until you get to the top. And there is a top. It's just a very, very, very tall shaft. So I just took a hit there. It was not intentional. But oh no. And if you fall, you just, you know, try and catch yourself on a ledge and climb back up. You just keep going, and then you go up this door at the top. Just keep going up. Oh, before we go up, let's go ahead and use the map room right here. We head over this way. That was that pink door I just shot. You can call it a pink door or a red door, however you feel. You can grab a map, and here it is, the map of Crateria. Now there's a wreck ship over here to the right. We've got Meridia and Brinstar, and we've got 3 exits to Brinstar. And the dots on the map are places of interest. That's where items are located. Also maps. and then the S is where a save point is. Now that yellow S up and to the right from my current location is the place where I saved last. The game autosaves when you land on the surface. Any other S is just a save station. So let's go ahead and go to that save station and save, because we don't want to have to go and get that bomb again. So let's try and shoot enemies for more pickups. I want to have as much as possible. And we'll go ahead and save. Be sure to check out part 2.